but the stage is set, and it's Bevilacqua and Williams to get the start, and it is Bevilacqua with the early lead. Puglisi on the inside of Williams looks for the second spot.
Much more legal restart, but the same result as Bevilacqua swishes into the lead. A guy to watch now, Joe Curioso in car number 38. He is dive bombing his way underneath the 12 of Williams, and he will escape into third place.
Williams is left on the outside now. Here comes Jim Procaccini, who's had strong runs the last 2 weeks. He moves into the 4th spot. Berthollet runs, looks to go also on the inside of Williams as they go into turn number 3.
Berthollet, however, not enough juice to get by the 12, which drifts very high, and like a Olay, it opens a door for the 14 of Berthollet, and right behind him, the 15, Al Stone, in trouble in turn 1. Can he get that car moving? Wayne Dorr, a man on the move, on the bottom. He has just whistled his way into 5th place, getting underneath. Now things are about to get hectic, especially if your name is Joe Bevilacqua. He makes a smooth getaway again.
Bevilacqua jumps out to the early lead and trailed by the 38 of Joe Curioso as he jumps in the 2nd spot. Puglisi runs 3rd, and it is Dorr and Procaccini on the back bumper of Puglisi.
So Curioso is getting ready to pester Smoke and Joe Bevilacqua. 1 career win for Bevilacqua. It came in the mini stocks. Trouble for Kevin Williams as he screeches his way into John Deere country outside the front straightaway. Now the question is, can he get that car moving? It doesn't look like it, so Chad Williams is forced to throw the yellow because of what happened to Kevin Williams.
Off turn number 4, nice and neat. And the green flag is up, and those 2 cars drag race into turn number 1. They are side by side as they work through 1. It is Curioso on the outside, and Bevilacqua on the inside.
And ready to give him some company is the 15 car of Wayne Dorr, already moving up into 3rd, flirting with 2nd. Here he comes like a guided missile. Wayne Dorr has lowered the boom and has moved into 2nd.
Joe Curioso leads the way. Dwayne Dorr runs in the 2nd spot now. He moves it up along the outside of Curioso as they go through 3, slides back a bit. It is still Curioso holding the lead this time by.
Dorr, a little twitch coming off the corner. Doesn't seem to slow him down. Looking for room on the bottom. Curioso not giving him any, so Curioso playing it smart, hugging the white line, forcing Dorr to try to make the outside maneuver.
He will try to make that outside part of the track work for him. They are side by side again. They come together. It is Dorr now who gets a bit of a run. Curioso gets into him. Both the leaders spin around in front of the field.
Dwayne Dorr in trouble in turn number 2. So our 5-event winner is motionless in turn number 2 when the smoke lifts. It will be bad news for Dwayne Dorr, as we saw that coming off of turn 4, as those 2 cars came together like cymbals in an orchestra. Then Dorr was able to pull away. Curioso made contact, and the 2 cars took a lot of cars with them in between turns 1 and 2. Yellow out, and it is too early to make a prediction on what will happen, but Dwayne Dorr, his winning streak in serious jeopardy on lap number 6. As we saw the sparks fly when they were in turn 4, and by the time they got into turn 2, it was a bonfire. So a sticky situation in the middle of turns 1 and 2.
Brings them down to Chad Williams off turn 4. And we are underway. 14 laps left. It is Puglisi on the inside, Bevilacqua on the outside, side by side through 1, through 2, and down the backstretch. It is Bevilacqua with the run.
So the front of the field is decorated in yellow and purple as Bevilacqua takes over the lead. Bill Gertsch on the outside. He looks pretty formidable in that car. And Mark Patrick Foley, remember in the heat race, he was at the tail end of the field. In the feature, he is flirting with 4th place. Challenge for the lead, Puglisi in the hip pocket of Bevilacqua. They storm their way off the 4th corner. Puglisi trying to lunge, lurch, and he has the lead.
Puglisi has the lead and looking to follow him on his back bumper is the 86 of Bill Gertsch as they try to lock Bevilacqua to the outside line. Puglisi completes the pass. It is now Gertsch to the inside of Bevilacqua for the 2nd spot.
Bill Gertsch has looked tougher with every passing week. He has started his way in his 2nd A swerving third for Babalako as that car is starting to loosen up on him. And remember Al Stone, he was in distress in the last caution period. He has moved up into 4th place.
As they come off turn 4 this time by, it is halfway home. Now Puglisi on the inside. Gertsch gets the run on the outside. It is still Puglisi with the lead. Gertsch now will pull even as they come off turn 2.
As the 86 of Gertsch all over Puglisi like a tuxedo on a nightclub comic, they go into turn number 4. Here is Gertsch pulling away. New leader, Bill Gertsch, has taken over control of this one.
Gertsch has the lead. Puglisi runs in the 2nd spot. 3rd, we have the 52 of Al Stone, who's worked his way all the way up to 4th and is running hot. It's the 6 of Richard Staskowski.
On the outside, Babalako continues to fade. Patrick Foley trying to put a move on him. Doesn't have enough energy to complete the move this time. Then it is Carlton, Berthollet, and Curioso deeper in the field. Bill Gertsch starting to put a little daylight between himself and Puglisi. As they storm across the stripe, they'll have 7 laps to go. Bill Gertsch at this stage of the race, it looks like he is going to answer the trivia question, who will break the streak, but we still have plenty of race left.
Gertsch has a smooth ride down the backstretch and works his way into turn 3. It is John Puglisi sitting in the 2nd spot. 3rd, we have the 52 of Al Stone. 4th, the 6 of Richard Staskowski. Mark Patrick Foley now on the inside of Babalako for the 5th spot.
He's been there for the last handful of laps, and he is finally able to scoot away slightly from the 99 car. Remember, it's still a joyride up at the front for Bill Gertsch. The battle is for 3rd. Al Stone has a spot, but here is Staskowski. And what a nice comeback the driver of car number 66 has made. He's missing a lot of body parts on that car, but he is starting to give Al Stone some problems as they stampede their way off the 4th corner.
4 laps left for Gertsch. He started 8th on the field. He runs 1st right now. And in 2nd is the 43, John Puglisi. 3rd, the 52 of Stone. 4th, the 6 of Staskowski. Babalako regains that 5th spot down the backstretch. Is Mark Patrick Foley in 6th.
They gallop off the corner. Does anybody have an answer for Bill Gertsch? Puglisi is going to be under attack. Here comes Stone. Staskowski all trying to wrestle the number 2 spot away from Puglisi. When they hit the stripe, they'll have 2 laps to go. Could this be a coronation for a new winner, Bill Gertsch?
Gertsch has a huge lead as he heads into turn number 1. The battle for positions 2 through 4 rages on behind him. It is the 43 of John Puglisi, the 52 of Al Stone, and the 6 of Richard Staskowski as they go into turn number 3. Babalako with problems. He will drop off and into the access road as Gertsch races by with a white flag wave. It is just 1 lap left for Bill Gertsch to take home the win. Still, John Puglisi rides in the 2nd spot. The battle for 3rd between Al Stone and Richard Staskowski as Staskowski tries to make a move on the outside, but crossing the line and taking the checkered flag, it's the 86 of Bill Gertsch. In 2nd is the 43 of John Puglisi. The 52 of Al Stone finishes 3rd, and the 6 of Richard Staskowski.
Gentlemen, Bill Gertsch. And he was able to run and hide away from the field for the final handful of laps. So a great run by this driver as he really seemed to get his game together the past 2 or 3 weeks. And it all culminated tonight in a victory. And there he is, a little celebration for the driver of car number 86. The first question, where were you when the 2 co-leaders got together?
I was just kind of hanging back. It was still early in the race, and I was behind them in the heat race earlier, actually, when they started getting into it. So I was just going to kind of wait it out. I mean, if an opening opened up, and it just so happened they got tangled up. I mean, I hate to see that happen to any of my competitors. I mean, they're a great bunch of guys. I like racing with them, and I really would have rather raced them for the win than see them go out like that.
But it was obvious that your car seemed to get better and faster as the race went on. Was that the case?
Yeah, I mean, we started off the race and I was nervous. I didn't put any crossweight in it because I figured the track was going to tighten up, but it ended up loosening up on us. And the car just seemed to work awesome on the high side, so I was going to hang out there and make it work.
And is there anybody behind this victory, your first of the year?
Oh, yeah, I got to thank my father, my mother, my girlfriend Kristen for videotaping. My buddy Steve, I wouldn't be able to do it without him. I got to thank my cousin Eddie, Dickie Mills. I got to thank Larry's Auto Machine for giving us some awesome power. I mean, he helped us make it happen tonight. I got to thank Horizon Truck and Auto, the Military Museum of Danbury, Connecticut. I got to thank Bassett Logo Products for doing an awesome job on all of our sweatshirts. And if I forgot anyone, I'm sorry, but I think that's it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the driver who broke the streak tonight in car number 86, Bill Gertsch.